Have you ever looked at a couple and thought they loved each other so much, so what went wrong?
That's one of the hardest questions to answer because people assume love is enough.
Right? We grow up watching movies that tell us if two people truly love each other, they'll find a way.
Yeah, and real life has a way of proving that wrong.
Love can be, relationship can still fall apart.
That's the part nobody prepares us for. People don't use they stopped understanding each other. Sometimes they became strangers while living in the same house.
Wow, that's heartbreaking.
And honestly, that's why breakups hurt so much. Not because love disappears, but because love is still there, trapped underneath disappointment, resentment, and silence.
So today's question is, if love isn't enough, what actually keeps two people together?
That's exactly what we're going to explore today. And I promise, the answer isn't what most people think.
Okay, Leo, relationships actually fail?
Absolutely. Healthy people still make mistakes. Good people still misunderstand each other. And loving couples still argue. That's completely normal.
Imagine if people actually did that.
The internet would look very different.
So if arguments aren't the problem, what is?
Avoiding the argument, avoiding difficult conversations, pretending everything's okay when it isn't, that's where relationships quietly begin to crack. People think peace means never fighting. Peace from knowing you can disagree.
Wow, I love that. There's a huge difference between silence and peace.
Exactly. Silence can hide resentment. Peace creates understanding. And those are two very different things.
I think a lot of people needed to hear that. But there's another reason relationships fail that almost nobody talks about. You once told me something that stayed in my mind. You said, "We don't love from our hearts alone. We love from our past." What did you mean?
Every relationship you've ever seen, your parents, your family, your first heartbreak, your first rejection, they all quietly teach you what love is supposed to feel like.
We're not starting from zero. We're bringing our history with us.
Exactly. If someone grew up in a home where affection was rare, they might struggle to express love. If someone experienced betrayal, not because their brain is trying to protect them.
Wow, that actually makes sometimes we're mending old wounds.
And here's where many reaction as a personality flaw. What happened to this person that makes and changes everything?
So instead of asking, "What's wrong with you?" that's where empathy begins.
And empathy is it fixes every problem. Not because it fixes every problem, because it reminds your partner they're not fighting alone.
I love that. Relationships aren't just about finding someone who loves you, especially when it's hard.
Exactly. And coming up next, we're going to talk about the small everyday habits that slowly destroy.
So, Leo, we often think relationships end because of one big mistake. That's not always true, is it?
Most relationships don't dramatic moment. They slowly wear down because of repeated every single day.
Like what?
Not asking, "How was your day?" Always looking at your phone while they're talking. Interrupting instead of listening. Making your partner feel like they're competing with your notifications.
Wow. When you put it that way, those things sound small. But together, they're actually huge.
Love isn't built. It's built by ordinary moments. A smile when they walk into the room. A hug before leaving for work. A simple text, "I'm thinking about you." Those little moments tell someone, "You still matter to me."
People wait for birthdays and anniversaries to show love.
Exactly. Anyone can be romantic once a year. The real question is, can you make your partner feel valued on an ordinary day?
That's powerful. So maybe relationships don't die because love disappears. Maybe they slowly fade because appreciation disappears.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And speaking of appreciation, there's another mistake almost everyone makes, trying to win every argument.
Okay, I have to ask. Why do couples argue about the smallest things? Like dishes, text messages, or who forgot to buy milk?
Because those arguments usually aren't about the dishes. They're about something underneath. Feeling unheard. Feeling unimportant. Feeling like your effort isn't noticed.
So the dishes are just the surface?
Exactly. Think of an iceberg. You only see the tip. The real issue, one partner says, "You never help around the house." What they're really saying is, "I don't feel supported."
Wow, that's a completely different conversation.
It is. And here's another mistake. People argue to prove they're right, instead of trying to understand each other.
I've definitely seen that. It becomes, "I'm gonna win this," instead of, "We're gonna solve this."
Exactly. Healthy couples remember something very important. It's never you versus me. It's us versus the problem.
Oh, I love that. Say that again.
Smiles. It's not you against your partner. It's both of you standing on the same side, facing the problem together.
But even if communication improves, there's still one thing that silently destroys relationships more than almost anything else.